All right, welcome back to another episode of the DJ Coop City Podcast. I'm back again with Millan and Jackson, and yeah, we're gonna do some more great podcasting tonight on this Wednesday night. So even though it's the summertime, we don't have any NBA games going on now. It's still on the top of a lot of Boston sports fans' minds because the Red Sox aren't the most exciting team. They have their moments, but overall, not one of the more promising Boston teams. So I'm just wondering, with you guys, do you think what round of the playoffs do you think the Celtics will make it to this upcoming season? Assuming that they are going to make the playoffs, because the East is still fairly weak. We'll start with you, Jackson. What do you think?
Well, I think a lot of it depends on Jason Tatum's injury, if he's able to come back
Hmm.
for the playoffs. And right now, my guess would be he's going to want to come back, but I don't think the team will be in a place where it makes sense for him to come back. Because if you look at the
Yeah, I
moves
don't
they
think
made with
so
their
either.
roster, they don't really have an option at center, unless Garza can show some huge improvement or Kata. You're
Kata
relying
is
on
a
both
possibility.
guys. We'll see. We'll see. And you don't really have a solid option at power forward either. The front court's pretty depleted without Tatum. So I would suggest that you let Tatum sit. I really think they should sign Dame Lillard and go for it in 26, 27.
Hmm.
Because I don't think this team is going to be competitive enough to win a ring. Now it doesn't mean they should tank because tanking in the NBA doesn't work. We've seen it with the Jazz time and time again.
Yeah.
I think they should still try to win games and see what JB can do as a number one option. Um, but I would say I would put this team at six. At the sixth seed, I would put the Knicks and the Cavs obviously above them. I would put the Magic above them. I would put the Pistons above them, and I would
Oh,
put the
wow.
Hawks above them. Those are the
Hmm.
five teams that I would put above them. And there are some wild card teams in there as well. Philly, you never know. If Philly stays healthy all year, that's a solid roster on paper.
Hmm.
Toronto has a decent roster on paper, especially with some of their moves that they've been making. They haven't had a time to play fully healthy yet with their new signing Brandon Ingram. So see what happens there. But I would put the Celtics in that six range, maybe a play-in team, but I think no way they make it out of the first round
Hmm.
this year. Then I think next year they're back to championship hopes and they'll make their moves next year. I trust Brad Stevens with my life to make good decisions in the front office. So I think 26, 27 is what we're looking at this year. I think it'll be a first round exit at best. I don't see them beating one of those top teams in the first round.
Hmm. Okay. Wow. I'm surprised that you put the Pistons ahead of the Celtics.
They're coming, dude. They have a
What
good
what
roster.
what have you seen from the Pistons team that makes you think that they're a top five team in the East?
Cunningham's really good. I mean, they were the sixth seed last year, right? So you expect another step from Cunningham. You got to remember Ivy broke his leg, had a nasty injury, and missed almost half the season. So he'll be back.
Hmm.
Um, I really like what they're doing there, and I like how JB Bickerstaff has coached them. I think they play hard. They're probably losing Malik Beasley, which sucks, but
Oh yeah.
um, I still think I'm a big fan of Cade Cunningham, so I think that they could be a fifth seed there, assuming that the top four consists of Orlando, Cleveland, um, New York, and the Hawks. I think the Hawks are going to be really good this year. They made a lot of really good moves. They had a great offseason.
They got Porzingis. That could be huge.
He stays healthy, man. Porzingis and Trey Young. That'll be a dangerous pick and roll combo.
Ah, yeah. So yeah, the Pistons that could be interesting because yeah, Cade Cunningham's a star for sure, but
All
he's
NBA.
it's just yeah,
He's a rock star.
he's never I don't think he's never really had any legit help recently besides Jay and Ivy. So it's yeah, it's cool to Well, not cool with if you're the Celtics, but it's good to see a team like that progress and move up
Yeah,
the ladder.
I have no qualms with Detroit. I'm
Yeah.
happy. They've
Yeah.
been through a lot, those fans too. So
Yes, for sure. Millen, what are your thoughts on the Celtics? Do you think they'll make it past the first round or no?
Um, I do. I do think so. I
Hmm.
don't think they're gonna make it past the second. I think I think the Celtics have a I don't know. As a team, I think they have a chance to play gritty, drag drag other teams into the mud and win in deep. And I think the Celtics, especially Joe Mazzulla, is gonna make them realize that you're gonna have to win in a different way. You're gonna have to win in the close, in the margins. You're gonna have to be perfect in certain areas. And I think that's gonna make them a grittier team. And I think they're gonna get past. They might. I think they can upset a team here and there, but I don't. Can they go on a run? No, I don't think so. I think you're gonna have to reset a little bit, see how Jason comes back from his injury. It's an Achilles, so you never know, especially with the type of game he plays. Um, and so yeah, there's a lot of question marks that need to be answered in a very short amount of time. So
Yeah.
yeah, if they do one, I think they can upset a team in round one. I don't know about round two. Um, that gets when it gets too dicey for me, especially if they're not having a home court advantage like they've been used to the past few years.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. There's a lot of questions about this team, and it's I I don't think Jason Tatum's gonna come back this year. I don't know. People are saying that it might be another Aaron Rodgers situation. Like people thought that possibly he could come back the season after he tore his Achilles, but it didn't end up happening. So I think it's just a pipe dream that Tatum's gonna come back. I think no way it happens. And if you do, I don't think he's really gonna be at 100%. And I think for it to heal fully, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not in sports medicine, and neither are any of us. But I, yeah, for an Achilles, I unfortunately don't think that it's gonna happen this season. And
I think it
I
also,
think
depends on
Tatum
the
thinks he's
season
going to come
too.
back. Yeah,
How does
I think Tatum thinks he's coming back because that's the type of player that he is. He doesn't like to sit out any games. I think he would, you know, be optimistic and say he's going to come back for the playoffs. I just don't see the point. If because he's not going to be 100%, and then you're risking re-injury, right? And if he tears that Achilles again, well, then it's probably his career,
yeah.
right? So um, you're playing with fire if you throw him into a playoff atmosphere right away. Whereas if you give him the whole entire next summer, then he can come back really ready. And if the Celtics do sign Dame, which I think they have a pretty good chance of doing, then
Yeah.
you have him coming back too on a cheap deal, and you figure out that center situation. You'll have a little bit of flexibility there, and then you're competing for a championship again. I would just hate for him to rush back, get re-injured, and then we're looking at a whole different situation, which is a total blow up because his career is going to be basically finished.
Hmm. Millen, did you want to say something to add another thing to this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think it depends on how the season goes. I mean, I think if the Celtics believe they can make a run in the postseason, and and that Jason Tatum would make a difference in the postseason, I would 100% see them trying to ramp up Tatum and then and potentially use him in the playoffs. But if they are in the belief that they're not going to make a run, they can't make it, they're going to shut him down, which I think is the right call. Don't risk it. Go in the next year, you know, um, better and stronger and healthier.
Great. Yep. Seems like we're all on the same page. So that's great. So next question I have is, do you think Payton Pritchard or Anfernee Simons is going to be one of the starting guards this season? I actually saw on Instagram today that there's trade rumors about Anthony Simons already. I'm not sure how credible that is, but say if Anthony Simons stays on the team, Who do you guys think is going to be the starting guard at the one or the two position? Jackson, we'll have you go first.
Sure. First of all, I would say there is definitely some truth to those rumors because they're back over the second apron and they desperately need to
Oh
get
yeah.
under it. Um, and I think Simons obviously has a lot more value than a guy like Niang. But, he definitely has the more potential, but he's on a bigger contract. So I think trading him would be good for them financially. But I am really excited about Anfernee Simons. I think he's a great player. He's a fantastic playmaker. He's a great shot maker. He's capable of dropping like 40, 45. We've seen him do it before. He had a great game in the Garden this past season, actually, where the Pacers lost, but the Blazers lost. But he still had a great game, and I'm excited about him. I think it'll be personal preference, but for me, if I'm the coach, I'm not rocking the boat with Payton Pritchard because we know what he can do off the bench. We know what he can do leading that second unit. He just won Sixth Man of the Year. So I think, if you want to argue Pritchard's a more talented player, maybe, but I wouldn't change, why mess up a good thing, right? And that doesn't mean you're going to give Pritchard less minutes if he comes off the bench. He could be your closer. I'm perfectly fine with that. And you could still give him upwards of 30 minutes a night. But I think, players, especially like Pritchard, who are, automatic shooters, they get in a rhythm and they get in a routine. And I think his routine is he comes off the bench, he leads them in scoring, and he cooks the other team's bench. That's just what he does. That's why he's Sixth Man of the Year. So I would say Simons. I would lean more towards Simons. But again, we don't know if he's going to be on the team, and we don't know if maybe the front office and Missoula staff think that Pritchard's a starting guy and they want to, make him the starter going forward. I think if they make him the starter, if they start him over Simons, he's going to be the starting point guard for the next few years. I don't think they're going to start him and then bench him next year. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. One of the many interesting stories to follow.
Yes. All right. Millen, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. No, I really like Simon. I think he's going to be a good player. He's a good shooter, good team player. Can see the court really well. Has had some good games, and is able to provide offense. And I think when you're the Celtics, when you don't have your best player, you're going to need people that can provide offense day in and day out. But yeah, like Jackson said, I don't think you can. You got to have things going your way if you're the Celtics if you want to make any sort of chance. And I think you can't mess with Peyton Pritchard in the way he does. The way he is. You got to keep him the way he is and keep him locked in, uh, and and just see how it is. And maybe he does become a starter for a few games, but um, yeah, I don't think you mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Is just as Jackson was saying, it's sort of about personal preference because they're both great players and they both sort of have their strengths. Peyton Pritchard is a better three-point shooter. He is last season he was a 40.7% from three-point range, and Simons was 36.3% from three. So, but in most of the major stats, Simons is better, given he did have more minutes than Pritchard. Simons was averaging 32.7 minutes per game last season, and Pritchard was averaging 28.4. So if Pritchard gets more minutes, he might very well could have had better stats. But yeah, I think I would to start, I would go with Pritchard because he has that experience playing for the Celtics for a while, and he really knows the offense well. He has a good chemistry with the players, and if Pritchard isn't quite giving you the starter production that you want, then I think you go to Simons and see what he can bring. So yeah, it'll be an interesting situation to see what happens with Simons and if he's actually on the team. I just saw this Boston.com article, and and it says it was posted 3 hours ago saying that Brian Windhorst is reporting that Celtics are it's in quotes actively looking to trade away Simons. So and yeah, the moving Simons contract would get Boston below the second apron. So it's an ever evolving situation. So anyway, um next question we have here is Jackson, who on the Celtics would you make out with? Which player?
Bro, what?
We're just going straight left turn, you know? That's what this podcast is sometimes.
What? Um, bro, uh, dude, I'm really thrown off by this question.
Is
I don't know, like,
it,
in what
is it
context?
Tatum? Is it Horford hypothetically? Um, is it, yeah.
I
If
guess
you had to, gun to your head,
if I had to, if I had to pick one,
Yeah.
I guess Tatum, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know. That's a sus question, Cooper.
It was a question I saw on one of these on the street interviews at the Garden, and this woman was interviewing a bunch of these guys, and yeah,
Ask Millan what he
a lot of
thinks.
them a lot of them said Tatum. I think some said Brown. Yeah, Horford was in there as well. So I just wanted to get your thoughts. Yep. Millen, how about you?
I go Baylor Shireman. I'm a
All
big Baylor
right.
Shireman guy. I think you'll have a great year. I think it will be the next guy the next white guy you guys love. So
Yeah. Just you're big fan of a lot of tattoos.
yeah, huge tattoo guy.
Okay. Great. Do you have any tattoos yourself?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to your knowledge. Okay. So you're saying that there's a possibility that there could have been some tattoos
It could be. I don't know.
put on you in your sleep without your consent.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, all right. Great. Well, great that we got that info. Um, all right. Next question. Millen, I'm wondering how is Indiana and your new job going? How are you liking the Hoosier State?
Yeah, Indiana is interesting. It's very different, very quiet. Being in Boston, you guys going to school in Boston, it's a loud city, a lot going on. Here it's quiet, it's laid back. People are happy. It's been really nice every single day. Um, Downtown Indianapolis is pretty cool. They got some cool bars. I went to go see an Indiana Fever game. That was awesome. Went to go see the AAA Pirates team, Indians. That was cool. And then just exploring the city. Went to a water park. That was pretty cool. And just exploring the local side and the local shops there. But the job is good. I'm finally starting to do work now. Pretty much working with data all the time and working in Excel and having a fun time doing that stuff. So I'm enjoying it. It's been a great start so far. Very different, for sure. Um, but I was glad I was able to get here at the end of the NBA championship. That was cool to see game 6 and 7 being here.
Nice. That's awesome. Must have been a cool environment. Um, yeah, I love water parks. We got one called Funtown. Well, you see, I'll key you in on some main activities to do, since a lot of people don't know what there is to do in Maine besides go to restaurants in Portland, eating lobster rolls or going to one of our many breweries.
Mm.
Is if you go 30 minutes south, there's this park called Splash Town, and that's a great time. So if you guys are ever up here, yeah, we go to Splash Town and be one of the probably the only adults there. I don't know. So you know, yeah. Jackson, are you a fan of water parks?
Yeah, bro. I like water parks. You ever been to Coco Key, bro?
I've been to Coco Key.
Dude, also the Canopy Lake has a good water park too.
I haven't been to that one.
Uh-huh.
They have a good one, bro.
There is this Matt Shear video where he interviewed the guy who wrote the jingle for Water Country, and that was a
Oh
great
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
video.
I seen that.
Um, so nice. Yeah. How was the Fever game? Did they win? Do you remember?
They didn't win. They lost to the LA Sparks. Obviously, Caitlin Clark didn't play since she's out
Oh,
with a
yeah,
groin
that's
injury.
injured.
But got to see a lot of cool other players. Kelsey Plum was on the Sparks. I got to see Sophie Cunningham. She was good. Aaliyah Boston was absolutely unreal.
Hmm.
It's a talented team. It's fun. And the WNBA All-Star game is here in Indy in a few weeks, which will be really fun. So I might go see the skills contest or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was a fun time. Great atmosphere. It's a huge arena. They share the same stadium as the Pacers. It's a lot bigger than the Garden, despite the Garden having more seats.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird that the Fever haven't really put it together. Well, I guess they've only had like one season with Caitlin Clark being on the team. And but yeah, yeah, as you said, there's a talented team, but they just haven't really been able to put it together. They're 9-10 this season, which isn't bad, but it's not great either for having one of the great new young players in the WNBA. But yeah, I saw that they won the WNBA Commissioners Cup, so that's cool. That's on. That means that they're on the up, maybe.
Yeah, that was a big win for them.
Mhm.
They were excited and they can get some momentum coming into the second half of the season. I think they have a pretty good shot. I think
Yeah.
they're coming to Boston. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what was that?
I
Yeah,
think
they are.
the Fever come into the Garden.
Fever
Oh
Celtics.
yeah,
That'll be a good game.
cool. Um, so, um, Jackson, I heard that that you and Charlotte are going to Spain in August. What are you guys gonna do in Spain? Do you have anything planned yet?
Eat a lot of food. Um, Eat some more food. Walk around. You know, dude, I'll be honest. Charlotte's more the plan maker than I am. I'm just excited.
That makes sense.
I'm just kind of a go along for the ride kind of guy. Like you tell me what we're doing. Um, but I'm very excited though. It's going to be a great trip. We're going to Madrid. I've never been to Europe actually. It's my first time, so very excited.
Cool. So I guess there's not gonna be any Real Madrid or any other soccer games going on. There won't be soccer season.
I don't believe so, unless they're in preseason. I don't
Yeah.
believe there will be a Real game. No.
Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, one of my coworkers at the Hearts of Pine store was at the Real Madrid versus PSG game at MetLife Stadium.
Ooh.
So that looked fun.
Is that today?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Madrid got thrashed. I saw.
Oh man,
They lost like 4-0.
did Mbappe score any goals?
No, Madrid lost. They lost
Wait,
4-0.
isn't Mbappe on PSG?
Nah, dude, he's on Madrid now. He left
Oh,
PSG, and now PSG is good.
damn. Okay, so that just shows you how much I don't keep up with soccer.
Yeah,
But
that happened like a year ago.
this isn't a primarily soccer podcast. the primarily NFL and NBA podcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, cool. And what I thought was crazy was that my coworker Gabriel, he like kind of like drove down, I think, the day of the game, and then he's driving back after the game. That sounds terrible. Like that's like you're driving like at least like 10 hours, probably even more with the traffic after the game. It's like that sounds insane. Don't you guys think so?
I definitely think so. That
Yeah.
sounds crazy. I would never want to do that.
Yeah. It's like when you go to a Patriots game, you have to like wait like an hour if you drive there and to just get out of the parking lot
I
to
know.
up there. So I
It's like insane in the membrane.
yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, wow. Ambitious plan by him for sure.
For sure, no doubt.
No, and have you ever done anything like that? You go to a sporting event that's many hours away and then you come back the same day?
This kid definitely has done that.
Yeah, I've definitely done it for myself too. Like with going for my baseball games too when I played.
Oh, wow.
We'd go a couple hours away, play games all day, come back, get back at like 2, 3 in the morning. Uh, I mean, it's not super far, but 2015, the year after y'all beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, we came to New England. The Steelers came to New England for that Thursday night banner night. And I went to that game, but even from Connecticut to Foxborough, leaving the parking lot in Gillette was a nightmare. We were there for like 2 hours, just waiting.
Steelers came out on banner night after they beat the Rams too. After their last one, they got
Yeah,
absolutely thrashed.
they got thrashed on both nights. We get
Yeah,
thrashed every time we play you guys.
yeah. Even now,
I
you
know.
guys
That's why I'm not going.
Steelers lost against Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi, whatever that was.
Well, that didn't count because we had Mitch Trubisky. No, but we're not gonna. We just can't beat the Patriots at all, and it's annoying.
Sorry, man.
I
I
was
still
at the AFC
in the
Championship
league.
game in 17, and that was probably the worst idea of my life.
Was that the game where
I was
uh
thinking they got slaughtered.
that tight end can't remember his name right now, but it was originally called a touchdown and then
Oh,
they
he caught that first of all, but no, it wasn't that game.
okay.
Caught that first of all.
Yeah, first of all, he caught that. No, it
Well,
was
it wasn't
AFC
I
in
don't
17.
wait, was the debate over whether he it was like that like was it a catch,
Yeah.
I don't
that
even remember. Wait, what are you talking about? Was this Fryermuth?
No, this is
no,
Jesse
it was a
James in
tight end
17.
Oh, it was like a while ago.
or Fryermuth. Like
Oh,
We were
okay.
down by like four. We were down like four, and we had a 2 minute drive, and Jesse James caught it into the end zone. But they say it wasn't a catch, and then Ben throws a pick the very next play.
That's fine. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let's go
um,
Steelers.
one of the many the like NFL being like is like is it a catch? Nobody really knows, and then they say they like it's like okay, we need to simplify what actually is a catch because this is getting ridiculous in big games. Yeah. Um, okay, Jesse James. I good to know the name because that would have been driving me crazy. Um, okay, let's move over to another sports. Yoga. Um, Jackson, has Charlotte ever asked you to go to yoga with her ever?
No, thankfully not. I don't think I'd be any good at it.
So, um,
Have you done yoga, Cooper?
what?
Have you done yoga?
I think I've done it like a couple times, but I don't like it.
Oh,
It's it's not for me. I don't really see the point of it,
no.
for the most part. Have you done yoga?
I probably have at some point. Yeah. Yeah, I have.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you like it or no?
I liked it. I we did it as, like as a baseball team in high school. Like it was a way to just like restart, re-cleanse at the beginning, like after a game day, just to clear your head. So I thought it was pretty fun, just to stretch your body, get loose again. Um, yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, like I'll do like stretching after working out at the gym, but I'm not gonna like go to a class or whatever, or
Mm.
just spend like 30 minutes at home stretching. Okay, this is great podcasting. All right. Talking about yoga. We're gonna be the number one yoga talking about yoga podcast and how it's bad.
Mm.
Hey, oh, Jackson, is Charlotte home? Is that why you're on mute and seem to be talking to somebody?
Yeah, she just got home from yoga. She's in the other room.
Has she heard any of our trash talk about yoga?
Nah, don't worry. I got headphones in, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, Jackson, another question for you. If you could change one thing about Charlotte, what would it be?
No passing, nothing. She's perfect.
That's the right answer. You change nothing because, yep, you think she's perfect the way she is. Good answer. Okay, Millen, if you could change one thing about Charlotte, what would it be?
I don't know how you can answer that question any better than what Jackson just said. I think what he said speaks poetry. It speaks, it lightens people. It finds love. So yeah, I think he was emblematic, and I think he speaks for all of us.
Yes. All right. That was a test, and you guys passed. Great. Um,
What would you change?
s- oh, I would minor thing I would change is f for her to respond to more of my text, especially when it's a question. It's like
Mm.
I get it if like it's not a question, sort of the conversation just teeters off. But if it's a question, you just don't answer it. That's like what the hell? Why'd you do that? But
Mm.
anyway, you know, it happens. Whatever. Um, so okay. Last thing we'll I'll talk about since it's we're getting the Zoom is getting towards its limits right here. Um I saw that Livvy Dunne, former LSU gymnast for those who don't know, was gonna live in Babe Ruth's apartment in New York City, and she was like a week from like getting the keys to the apartment, but she was like denied by the co-op board to actually live in the apartment. Have you seen that, Millen?
I saw um I saw the notification. I
Video
didn't
for talking about it.
I saw a little bit about it. I think that's fine. I think what you should do is just live with Paul for now, and then once Paul makes $1 billion, they go live in like that billionaires row in New York City that has
Mm.
those really nice apartments. Um, so you should wait for a little bit, go buy that one. I think that one's better because it's way nicer.
Do you think Paul Skeens is going to be traded to another team in the next couple of seasons?
This season it's physically impossible to trade him. Next season it's also kind of physically impossible to trade him. I think you
Yeah.
got to wait for him to get closer to arbitration, and then you can look to trade him. But right now, I don't think there's a team willing to give up what it is to give up
Yeah.
for Paul Skeens.
Uh-huh. Of course. Do you think Paul Skeens should try to buy Babe Ruth's apartments, and then that way people might not know that Livy will be living in that apartment as well? Do you think that's a good option or no?
No, I think people are pretty smart, and they're gonna figure out that Paul Skeens
Yeah.
won't be in that apartment 6 months of the year.
Yeah.
So who else is gonna occupy other than his girlfriend?
Yeah, well, maybe the people that live in this a building aren't sports fans. So, that's a possibility.
True.
Jackson, what are your thoughts on this?
I'll be honest, bro. I have no idea. I don't really follow Livvy Dunne like you do, man. I don't I don't
Uh,
really understand it, but hey, I wish her the best.
maybe I sent you it. No, yeah, I
Oh,
did.
you did. I think I just like saw it, but I
Yeah,
don't.
you responded, "Wow," with a angry face emoji.
Yeah, dude, I'm fed up for you. I know that that's your girl. You know,
Yeah.
you're like her biggest fan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think so because I didn't, well, also because I don't live in Utah, but I wasn't one of those like teenage boys that like showed up to like one of LSU's meets and like was like standing outside the stadium to like
I feel like if it was in Boston, you would have done that.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's like t teenage boy behavior.
No, you would have.
I'm not like that. I'm more respectful than that. And they were also being like crazy. They were being like rabid. It was like they were like they had rabies or something, you know? They were like, "Where's Livy? We want her. Come on." It was like chill out. What's going on?
I know, man. That was crazy.
Yeah. Um okay. Well, this has been an interesting episode. You know, so thanks to Millan and Jackson for coming on the podcast. Maybe we'll get some other people from Emerson, like uh, new Boston Globe multimedia producer Danielle Dubois or Hannah Shemtov, but it's not. It's looking like it's not likely. But we'll see. We'll keep trying. Okay. So, any closing thoughts in the minute we have left, guys?
Thanks for having us, man.
Peace and
Oh,
love.
all right. That does it for this episode of the DJ Coop City Pod. We'll see you guys later.